Japan time will return.
这不是宣传，这是日本时间。呼吁片继续听。
Okay, final episode of the year for Japan time, except it's not Japan time today. We are doing a nice and small condensed China time episode. I'll be your host tonight, Viram, and of course with me is McDareth.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Yeah, a lot of people were busy, end of the year, and the year's coming up, so we just got a couple of us just to do something before the year ends. So hope you guys enjoy. Probably won't be too long either, but we'll see. I think we said that about the top one China time, and that thing was like 2 hours. So you never know.
Never know, indeed. But of course, you're watching on the channel. If you're watching this live, you're watching this from Coast Channel. What's good, Coast?
Yo, I'm sick, but the people need me, so of course I will show up when the people need me.
Truly a man of the people. And speaking of a man of the people, our guest, we have a guest today. We got Oz from Spiff Space. What's good, Oz? How you been doing?
Hi, welcome. Hello, y'all. I saw there was an empty seat at the discussion table, so I thought I would jump in.
All right, lovely.
Who, well, I don't think people would know, but Oz did a lot of work on the cards. So if you've seen anything with cards for the Space Cross Japan Time collab, a lot of that was Oz, and us having to deal with Ricky.
I'm partially responsible for the state of those cards.
Speaking of the cards, I believe they are still in stock on the Spiff Space website, so you can check those out along with the rest of our merch. And of course, you guys from Spiff also just had a drop recently with some fresh merch as well.
We did. We collaborated with Slippy. It's funny, they actually reached out to us back in 2019 and things didn't align, but we finally got to settle things out and do a line with them. It's very exciting. Big fans.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the corduroy jacket. I think it was a corduroy jacket, right? And that looks.
It's a work jacket.
Nice.
I know it's a corduroy hat. You may be conflating the two.
Ah, yes.
Well,
both look very cool.
But it's just, me being me and shy. That, to work with people, all you have to do is reach out to them. It's funny how that works.
It is funny how that works. Sometimes it's just that easy.
So you get jobs.
You just got to be present.
All right. Well, we might as well just start chatting about. Obviously, the Game Awards were happened a little before the previous show, but we didn't really talk about our own personal game of the years too much. And I know, McDareth, you had a tier list readied.
Yeah, bring that back up again.
Now, personally, I think I did say my personal game of the year was, in fact, Metaphor, but I was very happy that Astro Bot was able to take it, just because Astro Bot was my second favorite game of this year, and honestly, just an incredibly tight experience that I can't really fault. Just an incredibly charming game.
I definitely was rooting for Rebirth because I really do like Rebirth a lot still. I'm prefacing it this way because I finally started playing Metaphor, and oh my god, that game is so good. And I think by the end, it's gonna roll into next year, but I think by the end, Metaphor might beat out Rebirth, which I didn't think I would say that when I started it, but I'm liking it a lot.
Yeah, Rebirth is just going to be my game of the year no matter what. I think that I didn't play much of like the game of the year contenders, aside from Rebirth and Metaphor, but seeing as how I didn't even complete Metaphor, Rebirth was just like the quality of it is just really good.
Yeah, Rebirth was absolutely fantastic. I definitely adore that game. I think for me, what edged out the other two games, or Astro Bot and Metaphor, just slightly was I think I felt a bit exhausted by Rebirth towards the end of the game. And that's partially my own fault. I'm pretty completionist. Partially because I knew I could be with Remake, but Rebirth is just a much, much bigger game, and it's a lot more exhausting to go all in. You know, it's a good three times the length to get through start to finish.
Okay, so I think if we're gonna go through this pretty easily, we can put Rebirth and Metaphor in S.
Yeah.
That's a pretty safe bet. We can do the rest. So I've heard good things of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, but I didn't play it myself. Did either of you guys?
It's going to be hard to rank because I think there's a lot of stuff on here that we didn't play.
Yeah, I can make another that one below.
We didn't play, but this may or may not be good or bad.
Yeah.
That way we don't hurt anyone's feelings.
And I think it wouldn't be Japan time without a one down here that says trash. So I'm thinking none of us played Infinite Wealth then.
No.
Nah, sadly not.
I forgot I started Yakuza 0 and I didn't even beat that. I was going to try to marathon through all the Yakuza games. I haven't even beaten that one.
Yeah,
the thing is, they just like... I remember because that game came out at the start of this year, right? And the first couple of months were so RPG heavy.
Oh, yeah.
But they were also like big fighting games as well. Like that first like month or two of the year, we had Yakuza, we had Like a Dragon or Infinite Wealth, we had Persona 3 Reload, we had Granblue Fantasy Relink, we had Tekken 8 come out then. Excuse me. We also had Under Night. There was just a lot of games in that first couple of months, and then after all that, of course, we had Rebirth. So it was just difficult to play everything.
Not even on this list. That game gets shafted. I think Relink
that game got
actually
shafted big
really good, and it's not even on this list. Well, that would be like S or A, probably A. Well, not S, but A definitely for me. Though.
Yeah, I liked it a lot as well. I think that game just like, even if for whatever reason people didn't feel like it belonged in best RPG, I think it definitely deserved a look in terms of like best art direction and best soundtrack, because
best action.
That game's soundtrack is phenomenal and it looks absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I mean, as like Granblue fans, I think me and you can both agree we're just happy that it did well. So Cygames has more reason to make more stuff for the West.
Yeah, because like in that opening weekend or so, it had like 100k concurrent players, or 100k concurrent players on Steam, which honestly shocked me. I didn't think it would do nearly that well for the sort of game that it is. But
yeah, it did very well. So I'm hoping they should end up doing more. I mean, Granblue itself is obviously still going. They throw like a big thing and every year at Christmas and in the summer, like they bring all the voice actors on stage, and then they have like it's a live performance somewhat, but they announce all the updates for all the games and all that. Just this year, like they told in advance. Well, there's nothing for Relink, obviously, but Versus they told in advance that the next Versus thing is going to be at Arc Revo, I think, and not
Cygames Cup. Cygames Cup is when they're gonna show the Sound of Thorn trailer, which is mid-January.
So with the list again, Persona 3 Reload. How either of you played it?
I have the game, and I'm meaning to play it, but I just haven't got around to it yet. I've heard very good things, though.
Yeah, I almost feel that one's kind of safe to rank, but it's still fair. I didn't end up playing that one. I have also heard good things. I thought, I mean, I really like, especially I can see it in Metaphor as well, the approach that Atlas is taking to the games they're making nowadays. Like, they just get how to design UI, they get the combat. Even going back to Persona 3, which was a game where you couldn't you couldn't control your party members at all, but now you can. It's just much better. I highly doubt any of us have played this. Yeah, well, this one's going down here. Yeah, that I'm it's sad for Rocksteady, but I'm glad we're at the point now where we're moving away from all of these like games as a service, and that's all we're gonna do, because certain games don't need to be that. Certain studios don't need to make those. Like BioWare making Anthem, and that went awful because BioWare doesn't make games like that. Even this game makes me sad, but I'll get to that later. I don't think anyone played Sons of the Force, or did either of you play this one?
Nope, I don't even know what it is.
That's here and not Granblue. Tekken 8. I mean, I haven't been able to play that much of it. I should play it more, honestly, but I love Tekken. I think Tekken 8 is a very good entry into the Tekken series.
I didn't like it that much.
Compared to another one, or just like in general as like?
I mean, that was the first Tekken I have ever really played. I wasn't a big fan of it.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I mean, not every fighting game is going to appeal to everybody, and especially if like you're not really familiar with how the systems operate and stuff. Because like it's Tekken, I think more so than a lot of other franchises, is very kind of legacy based, where if you know how to play the previous Tekkens, you'll know how to play this. But as a brand new player, it's definitely daunting and
there's definitely a lot
weird. Yeah, I think the thing that stuck out to me with Tekken is that it kind of similar to Street Fighter 6. It seemed like it had a really strong initial launch, but post-release for the game hasn't been quite as strong. Not to say that the characters have been bad or anything, but like, there's been some controversy in terms of like balance updates, in terms of how they're handling, distributing. I know there's been a big discussion about like stages where a couple of them were free, but then some of them you had to pay for, and there's been frustrations around that.
Yeah, it was the one that came out with Heihachi. Like the one that came with Lydia was free, but the Heihachi one wasn't. But that wasn't really conveyed well, so people were upset.
Yeah,
I mean, you would assume it's free, since the first one was. It isn't, but I think. I mean, besides the people who are like, why is this in my Tekken? Clive seems to have gone over very well.
Yeah, Clive looks super cool.
Yeah, I'm very tempted to just, if there's more time, to put it up again and just mess around with Clive, because he definitely seems like a super cool. I mean, I'm so torn because like I like FF16, but there's like story parts of FF16 I don't really like. But I did like the overall package of FF16. So him being in Tekken, and just like you just see him move and do stuff. It's like, no, this just looks like Clive.
And the thing is, as well, is like from what I gather, even the people that didn't really like 16 still like Clive, and just like playing and fighting as Clive being among the more or most fun thing to do in that game. So, you kind of condense that and focus on it when it comes to Tekken.
Yeah, that's true. So I didn't play Astro Bot, but I'm assuming almost everyone who has played Astro Bot really likes it.
If it's a better version of Astro's Playroom, then yeah.
Yeah. Well, I actually didn't play Astro's Playroom, but Astro Bot is just like, I was smiling the whole time I was playing that game, pretty much. I don't think there's a single bad level. I don't even think there's a single like mediocre level. I think every level is at least pretty good, and some of them are fantastic. I think, if I were to really be harsh in a criticism, I feel like it owes a lot of its identity to 3D Mario, a lot of its gameplay identity anyway. But even that, it's like, I don't mean that in a bad way, because 3D Mario is fantastic, and they understand what's good about 3D Mario, and they execute upon it really well.
I'll say even the developers agree with you. At the Game Awards, actually shouting out Nintendo without saying Nintendo. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, and it's like it's one of those games where, with all the kind of fan service that the Sony fan service that they laid on, where you have all of the Astro Bot characters representing different Sony characters throughout the years. Had it been in a worse and less charming game, it would have come off as incredibly tacky and tasteless.
Mhm.
But in the context of this game, it just works really well. And it's one of those things that feels like it shouldn't, but it does.
And like when it first got announced, I mean, I like 3D Mario, but I don't know. I wasn't sure how much I'd be interested in like the Sony take on 3D Mario. So I was like not really looking into it that much. But I saw people's reactions when they're playing, and everyone was super happy with it. So they figured it out in the end how to make it work.
Yeah.
Did y'all play Astro Bot? All of us?
I haven't.
I think just Virum.
Was it difficult?
No, it's not difficult at all. Even at its hardest, because I think the game is definitely designed to be like a kid's first game. So there are, you can find like bits of difficulty when it comes to, some of the extra challenges and the final level of the game, but it's no harder than like a 3D Mario game. If anything, I'd say it's a bit easier.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, fellas, I haven't played any of these games. But Astro Bot having such wide appeal, I did feel was solely on its like fan serviceness. But watching gameplay, I was like, how is everyone raving about this? It feels so like just straightforward and simple. It doesn't feel innovative gameplay wise from the majority of what I saw. And I didn't see any of the later levels, so I was gauging from y'all that played it if it did earn that gameplay appeal to y'all.
For me, I would say that it's not like it super reinvents the wheel, but everything it does with a lot of polish and a lot of precision, and it just feels very good to play. And then on top of that, it's just kind of a raw sense of fun. It's one of those games that reminds you like why you love video games, like what kind of
It does
got
look
you into
very-
games as a kid.
It looks very joyful in every moment with all the
Yes.
small interactions and all like the animations of the characters. But yeah, I was very split on that. I was like, is that what makes a game a game? I don't know.
I feel that's even part of the appeal, though, is that in this modern age where, like, every game has to be a live service, every game has to exist to drain you of your wallet, just having a game that's just simple and fun, which is what majority games used to just be, I think, is refreshing to a lot of people, especially from, like, Sony, who rarely ever does this. Which is weird, because Sony used to be known for this. Sony was known for this. Like, they had Crash and Spyro. I mean, they still have Ratchet and Clank. They had Jack. They had a lot of these characters that were like, or Jack and Daxter. A lot of these characters that were this kind of, well, Jack got less whimsical as it kept going, but like that whimsical kind of fun platforming. And now they have none. They have Ratchet and Clank still. That's like it.
I like that they tried. That's it.
I don't think anyone's played Alone in the Dark.
I forgot that actually was a thing.
I don't think any of us have played Dragon's Dogma. Now, like Viram said that he has Persona, I have Dragon's Dogma. That's in the background of this. I just have not played it yet, but what I'm probably going to do is after Metaphor, I'm just going to play that next. Because
I'm actually shocked that you didn't jump on that immediately.
I can't remember when it launched. There must have been something around when it launched I was still playing, and I didn't end up getting into it right away, and then a bunch of other stuff kept coming out. But like I did really love the original Dragon's Dogma. Just one of those games I just like bought on a whim and just tried it, and like I just fell in love with it. And
you know what it would have been?
Waiting for this.
So Dragon's Dogma 2 came out in March. So you might have still been playing Rebirth, maybe? I know Rebirth came out in like a month before, but Rebirth's a huge game.
Yeah, it might have still been Rebirth.
Or was it because of the bugs that it had on launch?
No, because I still would have played it. and just dealt with it. But I think it's probably Rebirth or something else I was still playing around that time, and I just didn't play it yet. But I do plan on playing this game because I have waited a very long time for this game, and I need to play it. Anyone played Little Nightmares 3?
There's 3 of them?
That's how I feel looking at this. Yeah. Slap that there. Octopath Traveler 2. I forgot this was this year.
So did I, and I played it. I thought it was last year. I
Maybe it was,
didn't
like,
quite
end
beat
of
it,
last
but it
year?
was. Yeah.
Or something. Well, where would you place it?
I'd say probably like A, maybe B, somewhere around there, because it was very much like if you like the first game, you'll like this one kind of deal. Just yeah, it's kind of like more of the same in that regard, with a couple of things that made it a little bit better.
And then
Yeah, no, this game came out in 2023. I don't know why it's here.
well, when in 2023? It was like near the end
Like,
or something?
No, early 2023.
Oh, okay. I'm
Late
just-
February.
I don't know why this is here then. Just gonna drop that down here, and we will just ignore it. All right. The Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door remake. So I know me personally, I played. I don't know. I'm kind of fed up with some remakes, so I did get this. But I think, it's Paper Mario. I think it is a good game. I mean, I loved the original when I played it. Did you guys play the remake of it?
I did,
Nope.
and it was actually the first time that I played the game.
All right. What did you think?
I thought it was fantastic until I got to the final boss. And people who watched me stream the game will know that I never finished that final boss.
Yeah, I remember that boss fight being very silly.
It was
I
just.
mean, if I'm judging it based off of how Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door is, and there's no changes from the remake to the original, like it's just updated stuff, I would personally put it above or with Tekken.
Okay.
Yeah, because they changed a couple things in that, I think you can backtrack to certain spots more easily. They streamlined a couple things there. I think again, I haven't played the original. This would be perfect for Zeph to be here because obviously he'd know the ins and outs and differences of both. But yeah, just it was really frustrating because I had a very high opinion of the game throughout the whole game until the final boss, and the final boss really soured a lot of it for me because it was just such a jarring shift from the rest of the game,
No, but I understand. That's how I am with not for the boss itself. It's literally the decisions made at the end of 16 is what soured 16. But beyond that, it was I was enjoying it. But at the end, it just bothered me. Did either of you guys play Prince of Peach's Showtime?
Nope.
I played a little bit of it. I didn't get the game. I was able to go to an event where I could try it out. I played a few levels. That game is very much it has a very specific target audience, I feel, and it doesn't really the appeal outside of that audience is very limited.
Yeah.
So I think it's it's okay, but the levels felt very kind of restrictive and it's very sort of handholdy game. It's very much designed for younger children, but not in a way like Astro Bot is.
Or modern 3D Mario, or if you could still, it's still engaging, even being designed that way.
Yeah. It very much feels like a game that none of us in this call would have a great time with. It's just, it's okay.
I think probably the weight. I think Fidel and Roger probably both played that. Maybe Aru, in different opinions. I'm just gonna move that. I don't think did you guys play Rise of the Rodent? Isn't that the Ninja Theory game? No, not Ninja Theory. That's Hellblade. Koei Tecmo, Team Ninja. That's what I want to say. Was that one of their games or no?
I have no clue.
No idea.
All right.
Honestly, I think the next few games we haven't. Well, I don't know about Space Marine 2. I know obviously people. Well, did you play Helldivers 2? Coast?
I did play Helldivers too.
Cool.
That's honestly the next game that's on this list that I played.
Yeah, I thought that would be the
So,
case.
Yeah, we can just move all these then.
McDurth, it was Team Ninja.
Okay. Yeah, because I
Nice.
thought that they made one game for Xbox and one for PlayStation. I thought Rise of Ronin was one of those. I just didn't remember fully. All right, so Coast, your take on Helldivers 2.
It's pretty fun. Like, the concept of the game is pretty cool. The squad-based like shooter, or action shooter. It really feels like what's the word? It feels like it defines what an action shooter is.
Mm-hmm.
Because like every time I was playing it, I felt like I was threatened by something, whether it was a time limit or a giant wave of enemies or what have you. But the gun systems, sorry, not the gun system, but the collection of guns and weapons you can get, the armors and capes and all of that. There's a lot of customizability in it. Overall, like, it's a very pick up and play type of game. I would recommend it to anyone. Just at least to try once. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with it.
Okay, what do you
Nice.
think about placing it?
I'd probably put it in A.
Okay. Yeah, I always heard good things about the like theme around it, or like how it's a community effort to push things forward. Always seems cool. I haven't ever
Yeah.
tried it myself. Okay, Skull and Bones is down here. We're just gonna keep moving. Hades 2.
Banger. And honestly, the fact that this is like still in early access is, I mean, as somebody who's literally been working on a game that's
Technically,
going to
it's
be
not out.
Yeah. As somebody who's obviously been working on a game that's going to be releasing in early access in about 2 weeks. Wishlist Hyperlight Breaker now. It is on the very near horizon. January 14th. Yeah, I was honestly like amazed at how polished and well put together and how like complete the game feels in its early access state. And I think a lot of that is just because they were able to springboard off of the first game. But even then, like, of course, there was still a lot of new things that they had to make for this game, and they executed it so damn well. It's, yeah, incredibly fun game.
You thinking A or S?
I mean, since it's not like it's like a high A for me, I would put it at the top of A.
Okay.
I think the full game will probably be an S though.
Yeah, I think before that fully comes out, I should play through the original Hades. I do like roguelikes. I just never sat down and played through Hades, but I definitely should, because that game, I've heard very good things. I've seen people play it, and it looks a lot of fun too.
Yeah, excellent games.
Actually, no, I'm just gonna drop that there. Mario, but no. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm biased as hell, but I feel like this is actually this game. And to me, Sonic and Sonic X Shadow Generations, because I gotta say, in case people are audio only, definitely just slam this thing at S personally, because at least the Shadow Generation side of this game, because it is actually, to me, showing that Sonic team understands what is working with their games and is making a game that both capitalizes on things they tried and didn't, like the open zone area and the white spaces time feels much better realized, because it's not just, oh, this is a giant place you run in, but then you get popping because we're rendering too much stuff. It really feels like they reined it in. It still feels like it's expansive because they have you go back and forth around it without, just size for the sake of size. The levels are actually really good because they just... I think the fact that one of my favorite levels in this game is a 2D level says a lot, because recent 2D Sonic game levels have not been that great.
Yeah, just as a whole, I think just the package of Shadow Generations is very well put together in a way that I feel like we haven't really seen from 3D Sonic in quite some time. It's a very polished and well presented experience. Normally, it feels like 3D Sonic, even when it's good, tends to feel a bit rough around the edges. But I don't think I felt that really with Shadow Generations. But we won't spend too long on it. We did a whole spoiler cast last month on our thoughts on Shadow Generations. If you haven't checked that out, definitely do so. It'll be, obviously it's on all the channels, all the places where you would normally be able to check it out. But yeah, it was very good, as was the movie, which we'll also be having a spoiler discussion with Fidel, Roger, etc. Probably Saturday.
Yeah,
I
hopefully
believe.
this weekend.
Yeah.
Mario Luigi Brothership. I know Zeph played this and he warned us all not to play it. So I haven't played it.
Yeah, he said it
I
wasn't
haven't
that
played it yet.
great.
So we'll go off the Zeph review, just put it there for now. Balatro.
People have had nothing but good things to say about
Yeah,
this
that's
game.
like right after Rebirth for me.
Yeah, I've heard very good things about Balatro. It's definitely put it up pretty high. Well, we can probably go through and order those later, but and you guys played the remake of Epic Mickey?
I almost forgot that was a thing. Dude, so much came out this year that I just didn't remember.
Yeah,
oh my
a lot
god.
came out. It's kind of
literally the only game left in this line that I played this year was
like
Echoes
Zelda?
of Wisdom. Yeah.
I don't think any of us played Hellblade 2. Did you guys play the Elden Ring DLC?
Nope.
Alright.
Nope.
I didn't play Elden Ring. Well, I
play
played an hour of Elden Ring.
Wukong. And his brother is okay. That's not Quiet Place. So I played Black Ops 6 actually.
I also did.
Okay. So what was your feelings of Black Ops 6 compared to, let's say, Modern Warfare, the last Modern Warfare that literally just came out before it?
The 2022 Modern Warfare?
Yeah.
I don't think the campaign was as good. Like, I was talking about it earlier on my stream, but the Black Ops 6 campaign is like, it's weird because you do like a mission, and then there's a safe house system where you get sent into a safe house where you can upgrade your guns and stuff like that in the safe house after a mission's done, and then you can select which mission you want to do afterwards. So it's a little like less streamlined. But the actual gameplay, like multiplayer for it, was probably the best COD I've played in a while. Like the guns in that game are really good. Like the movement's really good. The maps are good. Like it's been a positive experience. I haven't had the unfortunate event happen to me where playing ranked I'm running into bots and all that, but I haven't played for a while. But from the like 20 hours that I put into it, it's pretty good.
Yeah, because that's how I felt. I like the guns. I like the omni movement and all that. My thing with the maps is I felt the maps were all really small. Because I mean, I like to play God, what are those called? Marksmanship rifles, and like every single map feels like they're all choke points. Where I compare it to like the Modern Warfare, like Modern Warfare 3, but Modern Warfare 3 has a bunch of maps from like Modern Warfare 2. So like those maps are larger, so there's more spaces to actually fight in the open. But this one is like a lot of really close maps. But I still agree though. I think gameplay wise and gunplay, it feels really good. But it's just that's my only thing. Is like the
I'd put it in A personally.
In A?
Yeah.
With that. Okay, so Viram, your thoughts on Echoes of Wisdom?
I liked it a lot. It was it's up there as probably one of my favorite Zelda games, to be honest. I think the Zelda's first real solo venture was a lot of fun. I really liked kind of messing around with all the echoes and just, there was a handful of old reliables that really came throughout the playthrough. The water block, the table, the bed, the trampoline, the floating platform. all my champions. Yeah, honestly, my biggest issue was just this game can't run on the Switch, man. It's just it barely holds 30 FPS. Like the game is supposed to run at 60, but very often it drops to 30 and below, and you just feel it, and it's such a shame because it's such a gorgeous looking game.
That's crazy on a game like this. I thought like this art style and everything would work well on the Switch.
Yeah, I think it just has the
because
same
the
performance
render
issues as
stuff. Maybe that's eating up a lot of like RAM or CPU strength because you have the ability to just create blocks.
Link's Awakening. I think had similar performance issues, but I hear Echoes of Wisdoms were more severe, and that would make sense as to why. I think my other issue is the fact that Zelda in this game is written essentially identically to Link, or very similarly to Link, in that she's the silent, stoic protagonist, which I think was a bit of a shame, because that's just how they kind of designed the Zelda games. But I don't know, if you're designing a game where you're able to play as Zelda, then you've established this character over decades of having her own character, her own dialogue a lot of the time. And I feel like it's a bit of a missed opportunity to not capitalize on that at all, especially when you've written Link in this game to also be a silent hero. And they even justified why he's silent in this game.
It does seem weird. Like when we talked about it before, I would assume because it's Zelda, she would say something. She's almost every time they have Link and Zelda in games, Zelda talks. If Zelda can talk, she does. So it's weird in this game that she just doesn't.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, this is another A tier game for me, I would say.
So I think the theme is we only play games we thought were good, which makes sense when games are now $70.
Yep.
Well, Plucky Squire isn't on here. I guess something goes with that in trash if it was.
Fuck that game. Dog shit ass fucking game.
Okay, so Silent Hill 2 did you guys play this? I know I didn't.
No, I've never been a horror person.
I'm just gonna assume no. I'm gonna assume no. What the hell even? Okay, no. I don't even know what that.
What even is that? Thank goodness you're here. What is that?
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
That's whoever made this tier list. That's their favorite game.
Dragon Age.
God. Dog.
Yeah. I don't want to put it here, but like,
I mean, I think it's fitting because I don't think it's trash necessarily, but
yeah. God, that just should. That's another series I really love, and it just I was so excited hearing, okay, Dragon Age is back. Cool, we're gonna get Dragon Age. Baldur's Gate 3 came out, showed everyone that people like this style RPG still.
And you're not gonna get that.
Yeah, then Dragon Age comes out, and it's like so action based. It's like more so than Mass Effect, and just why? like you have Mass Effect. Do that with that game. Why is Dragon Age like this? I mean, I want to play it eventually, but like looking at it, it seems like your party doesn't have HP. So then what the fuck is the point? You can't actually command them. You give them little tidbits and they do certain things, and like you have like 4 abilities instead of like a whole thing at the bottom where you can pick and choose and customize. Like I just don't get what they're doing. Anyway, Satisfactory. What the hell is this? All right,
that's the second Satisfactory.
There was a first.
I think there's a sequel.
So this is the preliminary list.
Man, we didn't play games this year, man.
Yeah, between the 3 of us, we didn't. But I know like Roger played this. Roger probably played this too. I don't know Prince of Persia. Someone probably played Like a Dragon. Like there's more of us who's played more of these games once we get like everyone. I know Roger played Shadow of the Elder Tree. But it's just like for us specifically, and like I said, like games are expensive, so it makes sense that if you're gonna play something and spend time on stuff, especially when so many games are releasing like this is missing games. But look how many there are.
There are games on here that I want to play for sure, or that I just haven't finished. Like Metaphor I got to finish. I want to play Astro Bot for sure. What else? Dragon Dogma 2. I want to get through that, but I also have to play the first one. But yeah, there's so many games, man. And with how expensive it's getting now, you really do have to pick what you know that you're gonna enjoy.
Yeah.
Too much of my time has been still consumed by
Your mentor stuff.
just FF14 in general and Granblue. I've also been still playing a lot of Pocket TCG.
Oh
Okay,
man,
actually, we can talk about
dude,
that.
dude.
What do you
dude,
guys
dude,
think
dude,
of the
dude,
current? Yeah, the current set.
First of all, I finished the Mew set, and now I'm 3 cards away from finishing the Genetic Apex set.
Nice.
And then today it's gonna roll over for the shop, and I have like all of these tickets to buy the hourglasses with. So I'm hoping I can do it.
Yeah.
But the Mew set's pretty cool, man. There's a lot of interesting stuff that I've been seeing with the battle event. Like I've been seeing a lot of I've been seeing Golem play. I've been seeing Weezing and Scolipede play. Gyarados is broken.
Gyarados is broken.
I've been using Celebi because I just like flipping coins a lot.
Yeah, that deck is not actually as broken as I think we thought it initially would be.
Because of the coin flip. Yeah.
Yeah, but it takes a while to set up though, which is the issue.
Yeah, and sometimes you have everything set up for Celebi to potentially just win, and then you just don't get your coin flips, even if you have a lot of potential coins.
Yeah, dude, I had 16 flips. I got 2 heads out of fucking 16.
Oh,
yeah, that's crazy.
I think I screenshotted it too.
I was playing for someone who had Celebi. Okay, he had a really cool. He was running Chatot in it, and like my hand was like stuffed enough that he kept going down Chatot. Like he went through his whole deck, set up Celebi and everything, but I still won just because he lost. He lost 2 coin lost coin flips he needed, and my Rapidash hit both, so I won.
Yeah,
but because
I thought Aerodactyl would be a bit stronger, but it's really not. I haven't been seeing much play of it.
I think fossils are just going to be weak until there's a way to search out the fossil. I think the fact you have to draw it is always going to hinder it until they can fix that.
Yeah, it's just like part of the problem with Aerodactyl as well is that it doesn't restrict back row evolution. I mean, if it did, that would be incredibly suffocating.
That's what I thought it did when the trailer came out and you could see what that card did. That's what I thought it would do, but then I realized that's not what it does. And I was like, damn, this card's not going to be as good as I thought it would. Because if it did do that, I think that would be like the best card in the game.
Yeah, that'd
probably
be crazy.
I think in terms of just general highlight cards throughout the set, I would say Drodagon is a really good card. Very splashable in the situations where you used to run Kangaskhan, you just run Drodagon instead.
That's what I've been seeing people run with the like decks that need a lot of energy for some cards.
Yeah,
they can start Drodagon and then just put something in the back row to pile energy on because people are going to be scared to go into Drodagon. So
yeah.
Leaf is fantastic. It's just 2x speeds in one, but the restriction, of course, is that she's a trainer card, so means you can't use other trainer cards. Obviously, we talked about Gyarados. Most of the EXs are very good. Pidgeot, I think, is a pretty good one as well.
I don't like Pidgeot, especially because of me drawing 4 Pidgeot EXs. I'm good on Pidgeot EX, man.
I'm trying to think of like other cards that are particular.
I mean, Mew's been kind of hit or miss for me.
Mew is like, I mean, Mew is designed to be able to check certain decks and not really others. Like you fight against a Pikachu deck with Mew, and Mew can do literally nothing to the Pikachu EX, but you fight like a Charizard deck, and Mew just one-shots Charizard.
Deletes it. I feel like Mew. I felt like that was gonna be like, oh, you just put it in any deck, but it really feels like it's a splash in the Psychic deck to just give you another out.
Yeah. I mean, I run it in my Celebi deck just so I can have a check sometimes. But yeah, my main combo for my Celebi deck is just Celebi, Superior, and Lilligant.
Yeah, I've been. I mean, I had a Mewtwo tech before. I added all the cards the new cards, namely Mew and the Mystical Slab, which is a real godsend for that deck in terms of improving its consistency. But honestly, I've just been enjoying the Golem deck more. genuinely surprising how solid it is.
I feel like I gotta try it because it's basically it's Machamp, but now Brock does something, so I should probably build that.
Because Golem is an EX in disguise. It's like it has the utility and power of an EX as well as the durability. Honestly, better durability than a lot of EXs, but it's not an EX. So
so
if it dies, they only get
Golem
1 point.
with Brock and Druddigon is fucking scary.
Yep.
Let's try that deck. That does sound fun. And I still been using my fire deck. I basically just upgraded Rapidash to the new one because it's just better.
It's just better, yeah.
And then I added in. I like Salazzle, so I'm running Salazzle right now. And sometimes it's nice to be like, well, either you swap out or I'll just whittle away your card, and it's still a 1 cost that you can just throw in there just to have a way to do something early on, since everything now requires 2 or more. And then with Celebi, because I also fear the coin flip just failing, I splashed in Executor EX just to have like that early card that Big Wall does damage, so you need to deal with this. Otherwise, you're just gonna slowly whittle down, and then Celebi can come in to clean up.
What the fuck are we talking about, man?
Well, who's that?
Tito?
What's up?
It's Tito. What's up, Tito?
What's up,
Good
friends?
brother.
I still think my favorite deck that I've been playing aside from the Selby one is Weezing, Scolipede, and Wigglytuff.
That is a fun one. I play that as well, just without Wigglytuff.
I do want to try a Scolipede deck. It's okay. To me, it's weird that Dark still doesn't have an EX. When I assumed when Psychic was so strong, these things to do to like try to, not the easiest, but a good way to try to check whatever the strong deck is put in cards that is weak to. So I thought, okay, next pack we're getting like the Dark EX, and we still haven't.
The crazy thing is, go on.
I was gonna say, I believe in the actual TCG, Dark and Steel have the fewest number of EXs of any type.
Oh,
Steel does.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's Dark.
Pocket
Yeah,
TCG
it's
is
Steel
the
for
same.
sure, but it's also Dark. I think Dark's like 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah, currently Dark, Dragon, and Metal have no EXs in Pocket TCG.
I think they're gonna do a Jirachi pack with Jirachi EX, and then some Steel support as well. Because I think like they need to do something with Steel, man. There's nothing you can do with Steel.
Yeah. It got literally 0 cards.
Yeah.
This pack. Even Dragon got Druddigon. People still running Dragonite decks, man. People need to stop. Stop running that garbage ass deck. Just run Golem. It's the same shit, just consistent.
Yeah,
What if they want to live their lives, man?
But eventually, it works.
They want to gamble and die. That's what they want to do.
That's true. And if they die, they die.
I'm trying to think what else with the
Are we
current.
just talking about Pocket now, or are we doing this? Like, what are we? Sorry.
Oh, we're doing Pocket, but if you want to go, we can go back to the list.
I just want to know where we're at, so I can contribute.
Oh yeah, we're doing Pocket, but
Well, are there games Tito might have played that we didn't play?
That we didn't play on this list.
I'm looking at this list. Would you guys count Dawntrail?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, it's just not on
it's
this
just
list,
not
but
here.
yeah.
But we
Okay.
discussed it. Where'd you put it?
Honestly, I'd put it in B.
Yeah.
Now that
agree.
now that I have time to sit on it, I thought people were hating on it way too crazy. I actually don't think it's like vanilla Dawntrail is actually bad at all. I thought people were going OD on it, to be honest.
I'm the reverse of you. I was looking through my year in review of what I played, and
people were glazing.
I gave Dawntrail a 5 out of 5, and I'm like, well, I don't think I would do that anymore.
Your opinion went up.
No, my opinion went down. I was glazing Dawntrail, but I don't think it's as good in retrospective.
Oh, really? My opinion of Dawntrail never really changed. I think it's because I was like, this is the 3rd best expansion, the 3rd or 4th best. Like,
I think,
like, yeah.
I think I'm in the same boat as Coast, where my opinion was very high and it's gone down slightly. I think also just post Endwalker, or not Endwalker. Post Endwalker wasn't good.
Dawntrail.
Post
Hey, I beat
Dawntrail
Endwalker
so
this year. I
far.
could say that.
Let's go.
But post Dawntrail hasn't been particularly stellar. Like just the content that we've received. Well, I know we're going to talk more about it on Live Party
I'm
podcast.
talking about the Live Party podcast available every Tuesday, 11 o'clock EST.
Yes, sir.
Which we got to get Coast on now that he's all caught up.
Dude, the problem I had with it was this was the I mentioned this again earlier on my stream. This was the first expansion that I was playing live, right?
Yeah.
Like I caught up on Endwalker. I was so excited to play this live. But the problem I had that I noticed quickly early on is I wasn't engaged with a community that would enhance that experience. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like I was just streaming the game from my own streaming community and all of that. Like I wasn't fully enveloped into the Final Fantasy 14 like live experience. But that shouldn't really take away from the actual expansion's quality.
Yeah.
But yeah, just thinking back, I was like really glazing it. And I'm just thinking, and it's like it was good, but it's not like it was the best.
Yeah, I just think that I think the reverse is happening in a lot of instances too, where it's like people are going crazy. The truth of it is, it's exactly where it should be, given how much of a gap there is between Shadowbringers and everything else. Like Shadowbringers is clearly the best expansion, and it's not close. And under that, it's like preference. People like Heaven's Word. Some people, for me, it's Shadowbringers, Endwalker, then probably Dawntrail, then Heaven's Ward. But like Dawntrail and Heaven's Ward for me are like the same, and then Stormblood also exists. So it's like
I will forever think Heaven's Word is the best expansion.
And I can see that. It's definitely I think that's more of a tonal like if you like that type of shit.
Exactly, yeah.
Then you're like, yeah, because it's like very like, hey, you like this shit? You like this shit that we're doing? Well, guess what? This is about to be the whole and then you're like, yeah. But like I don't know. I like big set piece crescendo shit. So Endwalker is obviously just like, yo, do you want just Endgame but Final Fantasy 14? Because that's what this is. Like, shit's fire. But like, again, I think the truth of the matter about Dawntrail is it's somewhere in the middle, and people are just self-correcting.
I feel like it's always
my opinion on Storm.
Or real fast, where you try to like build up the next thing after the big conclusion that was Endwalker. Is like, where do you go from here in this kind of game? Because like, you know, Endwalker was the culmination of 10 years basically, and now it's like, okay, we're trying to start fresh. So it's very, like you're saying, it's understandable that it's like in the middle somewhere, because there's no way, like, how the hell do you top Endwalker?
That's actually best case scenario, by the way.
Yeah,
it being decent is the best you could hope for when you're literally resetting. I think.
God.
No, I agree, because it could be what the fuck was that?
That shit could have been ass, bro.
Shadowlands in a WoW. Oh,
that shit really could have been ass, bro.
Okay, so on the list, we're putting Dawntrail in B.
I would put it in B personally.
Yeah, I'd be down with that in B.
All right. What else is not on the list that we can say we played?
Relink. We didn't put it anywhere, so I think I said I'd put it in A. I think that's why. I put Relink. Yeah.
For me, for this year, I need to check something real quick. I want to make sure the date, because it is close. I believe. Nope, never mind. That came out last year. Other than that, because I see you have Hades 2, I guess technically, I guess that counts. I think for me, a lot of this stuff, like for example, I personally would put Helldivers in S. That's a personal thing for me.
Move it higher up in A at least.
Yeah, I would move it. I think Helldivers as an experience is the best multiplayer experience of the year. Like, I think it's the best multiplayer game to release.
Yeah, I agree.
Year. Like, it's such a video game in a very similar way, but not at all in the same like flavor. That makes sense. It's the most video game of any of the video games other than Astro Bot. Astro Bot is also a video game, but it's obviously in a different fucking shit.
You know how I view Helldivers? Like I said before, it like defines what an action shooter is.
Correct.
I view Helldivers as like when game trailers try to like emulate like live play, and they're like, I got ammo over here, blah blah, blah, like that shit. That's what Helldivers actually is.
That's what it actually is.
Yeah.
it's a game that you don't need to. I think someone described it to me as, or like someone just said, we were talking about it, and they're like, it's a game where a trailer can just be gameplay.
Yeah.
And not, you can't say that about most games. That you could make a trailer for the game with nothing but gameplay. But yeah, it's a good ass game. I'm trying to look as well. Balatro, yes sir. You know what I'm saying, Goaty?
I've played a lot of retro shit this year, so.
Marvel Rivals is not here.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh,
It's not
true.
on
Marvel
this.
Rivals.
C.
C.
Yeah.
I thought. Oh.
You're on some crack.
And here's why. I think purely almost exclusively from a performance issue. The game does not run good at all for what it's supposed to be. And if you're playing a hero shooter or any shooter of that kind, if you don't run good, you're basically worthless to me. Like, and it's not a computer thing. It's an optimization thing. As soon as portals fucking load up onto that screen, the game takes a huge shit on the bed. Like,
the only performance issue I've had with that game is loading into matches takes forever.
Oh, you see, I don't have that issue. I just know that, like, on Reddit threads, everybody is having like crazy frame drops, or when there's obviously crashes. There's just a lot of performance issues with Marvel Rivals, and normally I don't really give a fuck about that most of the time. But in a competitive shooter, I think that shit matters a whole lot. So that's kind of where I'm like coming from. But like, I'm not mad.
Well, I haven't experienced any of those issues, so I don't care.
Okay.
And where would you put it, Coase?
I'd put it in. Ooh, where would I put it in? I'd put it in A. Yeah, I'd put it in A. Just because,
So we're averaging B.
Yeah, we're averaging B.
Yeah, like, the matchmaking experience has been pretty expected of what it's been. Like, people are just insta-locking Duelist and, your team's fucked and all that shit. I really do want some more versatility in the future with that game. Like, I know there's already leaks about what's coming out soon, and this character is gonna be a tank, and this character is gonna be another duelist, blah blah blah. But I'm more so talking about like how they actually play,
yeah,
and their abilities and all that stuff. I want to see some more like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Variety.
Yeah, variety. Like, I want to see more obtuse shit,
Okay.
Like,
some more nuance in gameplay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel that. Because like I feel that super heavy because look, people hate on it now because the game's ass now, but Overwatch on launch was good.
Oh, yeah.
It was good.
I played so much of Overwatch on launch.
Right. And it wasn't good on a curve. It was objectively good because every character was like felt very unique to play. Zenyatta doesn't play the same as Lucio, doesn't play the same as Mercy, doesn't play the same as Brigitte, who wasn't in the vanilla, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, and then even if you play tanks, you're just like, oh, okay, here's Roadhog, here's Reinhardt, here's Winston, here's all these variants in a character shooter, while at the same time being like, you got to be good at multiple characters like this. So
yeah, and then Rivals, it's like, here's Doctor Strange, you have a wall. Here's Magneto, you have a wall. Here's Captain America, you have a wall.
Yes. And all your walls are different levels of good.
Yeah.
It's just how good do you want your wall to be?
Give me some other shit, man. Give me like a guy who fucking like can put something underground and you control what's underground and
like based off what you see in Coast, explain to me, like, I would be shocked if they are like, yo man, Thing is gonna play like. There's no way you're gonna tell me based off how the characters are designed that Thing is gonna play drastically differently than Hulk.
Yeah,
he's just not. He's just gonna be guy walking around. They're gonna have the damn near the same auto.
He's gonna have a shield.
He's gonna have a shield, or he's gonna have like a Venom. He's gonna get armor, and he's gonna walk around, and then he'll have Clobber in time, or he's just gonna have Gamma Clap. Like, yeah. Okay,
or like a small knockup. Or something.
Yeah, he'll have like CC or something.
Yeah. I just want more versatility in the kits for the heroes that are going to come out. Other than that, it's been pretty fun.
I did play Black Myth Wukong.
Okay. What are your thoughts on it?
Hot take, I didn't like it. And I'll be very transparent. I don't like, because it is basically just a faster Soulsborne, and I don't like Soulsborne games. So like, but it does a thing where my problem with the game is that it doesn't know whether or not it wants to be a Soulsborne game, or it doesn't know whether it's dark. It doesn't know whether or not it wants to be Elden Ring or God of War. It just doesn't know. So it tries to do the God of War cinematic storytelling through combat, moving towards everything, but while also simultaneously trying to be this, you can go anywhere, all you want, anytime, sequential, you'll get the story if you want later thing. Like, you have to commit to one or the other for it to be a seamless experience. And what people are talking about, but like no one's listening, like most of this game is fucking, all the coolest parts of this game are cutscenes. All the coolest parts of these games are cutscenes. This game's fine though. It looks really good, so it has to be in B. Because it's probably the best looking game of the year. I personally think it looks better than FF7, but that I also think that's really attributed to art style. Like it's gorgeous, but other than that, I'm good. I'm very good.
Yeah, I've heard that from like some friends who have played it, and they said like it's not like a bad game, but it's like also nothing special.
Correct.
Probably because some of the things you're saying is like it's trying to do a bunch of things, but not like exceeding exceptionally well at any individual one. I still think
it doesn't pick, and that's kind of frustrating.
I still think it's funny that the like head director is like, I wrote my Game of the Year speech 2 years ago.
Yeah, and he lost to Little Robot Boy, rightfully so.
Let's go.
Goat shit and goat shit only. Goat shit and goat shit accessories.
So with this, anything else in the didn't play category, or like any of these you think should be reorganized?
Hot take. Wait, who else played Hades 2?
I did.
I like it. It's not done.
Yeah.
So I don't know if these are in order, but I would put it in A, but probably towards the bottom. I think that game's gonna be really good, but I think it's farther away from where Hades was at this point, because I think they're being, as Virum, I don't know if you talked about it, but they're being very ambitious with like characters, specifically with combat. Like this girl can do a lot of shit, bro. She does a lot of shit. Like Zach ain't got nothing on her, bro. Like she's broken.
Yeah, I was saying that like as an early access experience and as someone who's worked on or has been working on an early access game for the past 4 years, I was just impressed at how much that was.
Yes, me too.
So like with how much there is now, like once the game comes out in like a couple years or whatever, like the game's gonna be crazy.
The game is gonna be, bro. That, I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but I might say it. That game, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 2026, bro. You know?
That game, you know what I'm saying?
2026,
27.
27.
Got a couple namas. Like that shit, kind of crazy.
Did Hades win Game of the Year?
No, because it came out the same year as God of War.
Oh, right.
And
It
Spider-Man.
was nominated for a lot though.
It was
I think
nominated
Hades
for
won a BAFTA. I know Hades won something.
Hades won something. Hades award.
Yeah, it won BAFTA Game of the Year.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Which is more important, by the way.
I agree. In Game of the Year, yeah. Oh yeah. No, sorry. I said it was God of War, but I was misread. This is the year I got more pissed off. Game of the Year 2020 nominations: Hades, Ghost of Tsushima, FF7 Remake, Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing: New Horizons, and the winner, Last of Us 2.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
I'm gonna fucking kill myself all over again.
Animal Crossing should have won that.
I agree. Either that or remake. Like I don't even like remake, but like remake. Remake is fucking sick. My game of the year probably actually would have been Hades, obviously. Then after that, Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima is such a good game. It's funny because I always think back to, I mean, I need to just play it on the PS5 at this point, but play that game on the PS4, and my like base PS4 was struggling. I sounded like an air conditioner trying to run Ghost of Tsushima.
That game is so fucking good, dude. It's not fair how good that game is.
It's like literally because I played that, I just don't care about Assassin's Creed anymore. Like I'm good.
I feel
Sucker
that.
Punch has me now. I don't like.
I feel that.
whatever.
I feel that. You have to do if you haven't. If you have to do like a samurai run of the game is very fun.
I'll have to try it because I'm
It's very
normally
fun.
Full like ninja stealth kind of stuff.
Yeah. There is another game that came out this year that is not here either, and it's because holy shit, it did come out this year, and I'm playing it right now. Palworld came out this year.
Oh right, yeah, that's also not on this list.
Palworld came out this year. No cap, bro. That game is A, bro. No cap. No cap, bro.
Now I've heard. I mean, well, the people who played it always seem to enjoy it. But it's also one of those games like because it's multiplayer, you can play with friends with ads to it.
Yeah, exactly. And also just like the whole, it provides something that its direct, I guess, competitor, quote unquote, literally does not.
Yeah.
Like, in no way. So, seems pretty good to me. I don't know, but I would put Palworld in like top of B, lower A.
Okay. I guess the only other thing is the order in S. Cause I mean I still love Rebirth. I'm still pretty early on in the metaphor, but I just started. But this game is starting to fight like this to me.
Hell no.
Yeah, I disagree.
All right. I'll bring it back.
I know Viram is really high on metaphor. I'm not. I still think Astro Bot is game of the year.
Well, I think Rebirth is game of the year.
That's fine. I'm not mad at that either.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at any of those. Any of those top four. I haven't played Balatro, but again, haven't heard anything bad about that game. But among the three in that top three that I have played, I'm not mad at any of them being at the top.
So y'all gonna tell me that Sonic is better than Helldivers? Is that what y'all telling me right now? When I came in this call, I didn't even see that shit.
I didn't play it. I didn't put any input on that.
Y'all gotta tell me
I'm putting Helldivers at A still.
Hey, fair enough.
IMO.
If Sonic is up there, sure, I can move it up. That's fair.
Oh shit! I almost got caught.
That's fair enough.
That's crazy. But yeah, I'm not mad at any of those four. Actually, I'm not mad at any of those five. I think Helldivers has the weakest case, but like, if you were to tell me that someone was like, "Yeah, Helldivers is my game of the year," okay. Like this year, like, and the thing about that game of the year in the like, look at the variety of game, bro. You have Balatro, small indie game. You have Astro Bot, and you have, which is like whatever. You have RPG. You have Final Fantasy, and you have Helldivers. This fucking game ass game. Like that's fire to me that you get all this shit in 1 year. That doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah. It's just like that's the thing we said earlier. Like the sheer amount of because like when you joined, almost everything was S&A. It's like the sheer amount of games that we actually played that were good this year.
Yeah,
so many good games.
It's a lot of good games. And next year, what? Nah, bro.
I'm gonna be real. I don't even know what's coming out next year aside from Wilds.
Yes,
all right, I can tell you
super early.
I can tell you right now. I got the list right now. Let me pull up the list.
All I can think of is Wilds and Xenoblade X.
Actually, Link that.
Yeah, that is coming out next year.
Oh, yeah.
I got you, bro.
I forgot that's fucking next year.
In
All
March.
Right. Let's see.
And we will be there.
All right. Original games, or you just want everything that you might care about?
Oh, you said next year, and then you hyped it up.
Okay. Okay.
New Fatal Fury next year on my birthday. Hell yeah.
Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
Okay, you're lying. Come on now.
It says it right here. So January 16th.
Okay, why? Come on. Donkey Kong Country Returns is the first thing you're gonna bring up.
A lot of the Sony games are getting ported to PC, like Spider-Man 2. But no one cares about that.
Rebirth getting ported to PC.
Yeah. Where is this? Yeah,
Dude,
Wilds.
I'm so pissed. Every game that I wanted to play on PS5, and the sole reason I bought a PS5 to play those games, are all coming to PC now. Fuck Sony.
Yeah, but it's like a year later though, So
I don't give a fuck. That's still negative $700.
Okay, true.
That is still negative $700. That's facts. Let's see. So then you have Wilds on February 28th, which is the big one. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition March 20th.
Wait, it comes out in March?
Yeah. This says, yeah.
Oh goodness.
Look here, Fatal Fury, like Viram said, April 21st. It looks to
Doesn't
be
sound like much, man.
And then, well, these are all just things with dates. I'm looking at. Here we go. No dates, but as a window of 2025.
It sounds like a catch-up year.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay. This thing has Fable on here. Cap.
Wait,
GTA 6.
Cap that is coming out, or
Yeah, cap that it's coming out. I don't think it's coming out next year.
yeah, probably not.
Yeah, same thing with GTA 6. Well, Hades 2. I actually expect Hades 2 to be out by the end of next year. Actually, is that crazy? Like, the game's coming.
I think that's too soon.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think like early 2026?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
2026.
I'm not mad at that either. Legends ZA is supposed to come out next year.
Yeah.
It's got to be
We've heard
like,
nothing about that so far.
yeah, it's got to be after Pokemon Presents, surely, right?
Oh,
Surely they're gonna talk
obviously.
more about that.
Obviously.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely, yeah, definitely.
A game I'm excited for because I played the first one, The Wolf Among Us 2. It's supposed to come out next year.
Actually, that's on this. Wait, that's on this list.
Yeah, it was
Why is
supposed to
that
come out
even
this
here?
year.
Oh, it
It's
just
supposed to
didn't
come
come
out
out. Okay, I was gonna
Just
move
didn't come
that.
out. So, and then that Marvel game, Marvel 1943: Rise of Hydra. Apparently, that game's gonna be whatever.
Oh,
that is.
I completely
yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
I've
the
seen
Emo
stuff about
Bay!
that.
That's
Yeah,
shit.
so far everything you said does not sound that.
I mean, it's just
enticing other than-
just Wilds and Friends, right? Like,
Yeah, it sounds like a backlog update
yeah.
period, which is good for
Honestly,
me because I have a
think
lot of
that's
shit
kinda
that I need
nice.
to catch up on.
There's a
Yeah,
lot. Like this year was crazy with games, so having some time to catch up would
bro,
be nice.
not even shit from this year. I'm behind on a lot of like Ragnarok, Baldur's Gate 3 I still haven't beaten, Cyberpunk DLC, Metaphor. Oh wait, Metaphor did come out this year. I'm
lol.
tripping. Oh my god.
Lol.
There's a lot of shit I need to catch up on.
Oh,
Man.
no one
Final
played this
Fantasy 16.
You didn't play 16?
I've started it.
Did that game come out this year?
No. That's last year.
That was last year. Okay,
I think it
Jesus.
came out. I think it came out on PC this year.
Maybe that's
Yeah,
what it
Yeah,
was.
it
I
did.
think PC was this year.
In August.
Maybe that's what it was. I'm about to say, how did we not talk about that? That game is actually good.
I'm excited, man. Next year I'm gonna be able to play a lot of stuff I've been meaning to play.
Did you speaking of, if you want reasons to play your PS5, have you played Ratchet and Clank?
I'm getting rid of that shit, bro.
Oh, we'll play Ratchet and Clank first though.
No, that's just gonna be on PC in like 2 years.
That's crazy, bro.
Isn't it already? I thought that
I'm
happened.
pretty sure it's already on.
I think it is actually. I think it is on
Let me
Steam.
look. Let me look.
actually.
Let me look. I got Steam
Remember
up.
people talking about if the direct store is gonna matter.
Oh
for
yeah, and it's $30 on Steam right now. Hey, go cop that shit, bro. That game fine. Wait, PlayStation PC winter sale. Wait, you can buy Ragnarok for
Dang.
$50.
I'm straight up gonna sell my PS5, bro.
No
That
cap
shit
though.
was such a waste.
Yeah, no cap. I don't know if I'm selling mine, but because actually, I might. I thought about it. I just thought about it. I might because I bought it for Ragnarok and Ragnarok's out. But then we did randomly get some random ass DLC.
I
That
bought
God
it
of War
for
DLC was crazy.
I bought it for Rebirth, and that was it. All the other
Yeah, that's
games
fine.
were
That's also
extra,
acceptable.
and then now they're all on PC.
Also very acceptable to buy that game for Rebirth or to buy that console for Rebirth. Very acceptable.
Sell that, buy Switch 2. I'm gaming.
Yeah, that is supposed to come out this year. I think. Yeah, I mean they said it pretty much at this point that it will be this year
At
coming
this
up.
point, I don't trust anything until it's from the word of Nintendo. I don't give a fuck.
No, but I thought they
tired
said
of-
like in an investor meeting that like next year they'll
No,
have
no,
discussions.
no, no,
about
no,
it.
no, no. I don't care.
Alright.
Until they say the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out in certain date here, I don't give a fuck about any Switch 2 news. I don't give a fuck about those leaks where they have the fucking dimensions and all that shit. I don't give a fuck about any of
The
that.
dimensions.
I don't give a damn.
I mean, that's
So
fine.
tired of Switch rumors, man.
I mean, I get it.
It is the season for it. I think what else is kind of we basically hit the major points wanted to really cover for today. I think we'll definitely probably end up doing some more game of the year discussion. If not, I mean, I think probably Roger will talk about this list we've just done, and want to move some things or other people's like on the show's opinions on what games they played this year. Like I said, Roger and Fidel probably played Princess Peach Showtime, but none of us played it, so they can give opinions on that.
All right, but fuck all that. Since they're not here, what's the worst game you played this year? Oh my god, I played some dog shit.
The worst.
I mean, everyone knows
game.
my answer.
What's your answer?
Everyone knows my answer.
I don't actually.
Plucky Squire, bruh.
Oh,
Dog shit ass fucking.
I guess
game.
I did. I guess I did know your answer.
Yeah, he does hate that. What is the worst game I played this year? I think I've only played games I wanted to play. I don't think there's been a game I play that's like, yeah, this game's kind of.
I played that Death Note Among Us game. That shit was ass.
I mean, as I mentioned, I played a few levels of the Princess Peach game, and that was probably the worst game I played this year. But even
Damn, I hope Roger really likes it. That'd be very funny.
I'm pretty sure he's not that attached to it.
Oh, that's tough.
But like, I don't even mean that in like, oh man, this game was fucking awful. It's like, no, just
wasn't
game.
It. Yeah.
Okay,
sometimes it's not it.
It didn't come out this year, but
yeah, it didn't have to come out this year. I was just asking.
The Borderlands Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Me and a friend were like, oh yeah, we'll play through all the Borderlands games. That sounds fun. Pre-sequel was boring. That game was very, very boring.
That's tough, bro.
So
the worst thing in gaming that I had to experience this year was watching that motherfucker Belial in Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising get buffed when he was top 5.
Wait, they buffed him?
So in the 1.5 patch in August, when they added Vesusia to the game, they did a lot of balance changes, very big balance changes. They smashed Nia's fucking kneecaps in. That character got destroyed. A lot of characters that deserved to get nerfs got nerfed. Ones that deserved to get buffs get buffed. They went a bit too far with some, like Cat. Belial just got buffed. For some reason, he was already one of the best characters in the game, and they gave him no nerfs. So that's the worst thing that I've had to deal with this year.
That's what I like to see, man. I like busted games.
This is what I want to know though, because I was looking at my shit and I forgot that I played Rising this year. I forget her name, but the girl, the blonde girl that like shoots swords out of the floor and like has like a
Cagliostro.
I fucking hate that bitch. Is she good?
She's about the same. She's
hate that bitch so much.
I feel like she's a bit less popular than she used to be. I don't know. It's just people want lower investment characters.
You know what I forgot came out this year? Multiverses.
That's true.
You should have forgot.
That's the worst game that came out that I played this year.
Yeah.
That's the worst game I played this year.
Yeah, my answer changed to Multiverses.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy.
I really got nominated for Fighting Game of the Year over fucking Under Night.
Yeah, and it won.
You think those guys even know what Under Night? Like, they don't know that shit came out.
Again.
Sad.
Is there any obscure games you guys have played this year?
I was just about to say a sleeper game that I played this year because I've been trying to, you know what I'm saying? Shofu found out that what I knew all along is that nigga loves roguelikes and he just didn't know it until he found one he liked. And now I'm just like, what? So I've been doing research on my own as always because I always like to find cool roguelikes. I found a couple this year that I would like to, you know what I'm saying, recommend for those.
Binding of Isaac.
No, not even. No, I mean, obviously there's Binding of Isaac, there's Hades, there's Enter the Gungeon, there's like, Balatro. They're very popular roguelikes, but there are other roguelikes that I really, really like. That I Slay the Spire, Cult of the Lamb. These are really popular roguelikes. Have a Nice Death had that. I don't know if you guys remember that from a few years ago. It had that trailer where like the Grim Reaper's like tiny.
I was meaning to play that. Is it good?
That game's really good.
Nice,
that game is
nice.
Really good, really fun. It's the best part about it, it's snappy as hell.
Nice.
Like that game it's a 2D scroller, side scroller. It's basically, think of it like Mega Man on crack, essentially. It's you go through these different levels. It's not really a Castlevania, Metroidvania type shit. It's more procedural. You go through, and then what you do is that you're basically going through each of the like, I forget what they're called, but like gluttony, disease.
The 7 deadly sins.
Yeah, you're going through the 7 deadly sins because they're all got too big for their britches, and so they're killing too much, and it's causing you too much paperwork. So you don't give a fuck that people are dying. You care that you're doing too much work. So you're like, man, fuck. All right. And you go beat their ass. And you're like, get back in line. And they're like, all right, my fault. Like, so it's very fun, very charming. And then the other one, what I would recommend is, it's a little bit older. It's also a mobile game. It's called Dicey Dungeons. That's good. It's really fucking good, Coast. Have you played it?
I played it when it was on Game Pass, I think it was.
It's really good. It is like $3 on Steam and on mobile. It's a great tablet game. Basically, you are a dice, and there's like 6 different dice, and they all have different abilities, and it's like a procedural roguelike where you get abilities, and it's just really, really fun. It's a great mobile game. So yeah, those are the things. The only game that I'm looking forward to next year that's not on this list that's roguelike, but it was announced, is Slay the Spire 2.
Mm-hmm.
That game's gonna be crazy. But yeah.
Oh, if you want a co-op roguelike, when I play with some friends, Rabbit and Steel, it's pretty fun.
Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah.
I hate that fucking game. I did not like that game.
That's tough.
I felt like the battles went on way too long.
Oh yeah, no, they are very long, for sure. It's like Toho meets roguelike.
Lol.
So you're just in a bullet hell, having to dodge a lot of attacks and whittle down these bosses. But it's got co-op, so that's always a bonus.
That's fun.
For me this year, of a game that like is a sleeper hit. I mean, not really a hit, but it's fun because it's like it calls back to a super older era gaming. A game called Atlas. It's think Phantasy Star Online. You also can play it multiplayer with friends, where it's like you're going
the furry one.
Yes, it is. It
Tough.
Is, that's the warning for that game. It is aggressively furry.
Aggressively furry is nuts.
Yes, but it's like it's fun. But yeah, that game is yeah. But yeah, if you like Phantasy Star Online, like I said, super old, like dungeon crawling. You're killing enemies. They can drop different loots and cosmetics and things like that. And you're upgrading. You farm bosses, get loot. It's early access, so there only like 2 big dungeons and like 1 world boss right now. But I had a fun time. I'll check it out when I get some more updates. But yes, aggressively furry. That's the warning.
You never beaten the allegations, bruh.
Yeah, that's tough.
No, apparently not.
It's just like, but it's like in your control, you know what I mean? Like, that's the crazy part. Like, you do this to yourself.
Yeah, but then it's like, I saw the game, and it's like, at first, like, okay, maybe that's too much.
Man, you don't gotta
then I
explain
saw
it to me,
gameplay,
like...
and it's like, wait, this looks kind of fun. Then I played, it's like, this is pretty fun. But, yeah. Besides that, well, it's not a sleeper hit. Everyone knows about it. I finally started playing Vampire Survivors, and I was playing a lot of that game.
That's a good game, bro.
I need to play the Castlevania DLC. I saw that came out recently. Now, another game that's not on this list that came out, Sparking Zero.
Lol.
I never got around to actually playing it, but I'm also not too far-sighted. I mean, it looks fun, but...
Yeah, I also have not gotten the chance to play it yet, but that is definitely a game I do want to play. This is not a sleeper hit, but like for people that like the Diablo style games, Path of Exile 2 is very good.
Oh, I heard PoE 2 is actually good.
Yeah, it's very good. I have like 70 hours. I haven't played it in the past few weeks, but like I took my character all the way up to like 77 and started the end game and all that. And
the problem is just that I don't like any of the classes, but like
no, it's fair. Fun. It's early access. I don't know how fast they'll add more classes, but they are like when you play the game, you can see like the other classes that aren't in yet. So hopefully, you know, eventually they'll get one that's you more likely. What style do you normally like in a game like that?
I only played Diablo really, and I think I played Necro and Diablo. but I don't even know if I like that. So I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things that I have to see. I'd have to see it, and I'd be like, I want to play that. Like,
which is fair. And then PoE, like this is my thing because I played PoE 1 for like one season, but the first Path of Exile is too far, in my opinion, into the world of complicated. Where like the skill tree is one thing, Path of Exile 2 keys that, but like the fact that your abilities are tied to slots on your gear, so you have to get gear with enough slots to actually put gems into them.
Negate.
Yeah, Path of Exile 2 simplified that, where skill gems are a separate window. Like you just get the skill gem, like you get an uncut skill gem, you pick the skill gem you want, and then you just equip it. You have a certain amount of slots, you get rings that give you more skill gem slots and that kind of stuff. But certain amount of skill gem slots, and then like the sub gems, you just put them on the skill gem itself. It's not tied to your gear at all. Like that system made it like, okay, Path of Exile 2 is way more approachable for me, so I've been much more into it because they simplified that part of it.
I feel that.
Still definitely a very complicated game. Like that skill tree is gigantic. Like I'm running a poison build, so for me it's kind of simple. It's just go to the poison nodes.
Oh, that reminds me.
What's up?
Because you're talking about that I have to fucking Virum. It is Virum. Today I finished. It is done.
Oh, you've
I
got every job to 100.
Yep, it is done.
Yeah, boy.
I have my guy. I am now riding the corpse of Aaronville's mother.
Nice.
Messed up.
Hey, I didn't pick it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, the fact that you want any association with Aaronville is fucked up.
That's the mount.
I don't give a damn.
That's crazy. But now I'm working to get that buff Cactuar mount.
That shit's gonna take so long. I want it, but it's like,
I have 30 I have 30 tokens already. Like,
oh, nice.
So, and they're selling like hotcakes. So I think I farmed 60. But no, they're just selling anyway.
Oh, have you guys done 2014 real fast? The chaotic? Do you do something with that?
Yes. The first episode of the new year is going to be me and my friend Mike actually progging it for an episode. That's what I recorded an episode where we were progging it. We did not get far. We got to 75%.
Dude, I've just been like, at first I thought it would be really funny, but like, based on what I've been hearing from people,
Bro,
it just sounds like a fucking chore.
Here's the thing. I got lucky with my party, like, where they weren't really sweating that much. It was because we found a party finder that was blind, and we just all were doing it, and that was super fun. Which I think is how you have to do it. Like, it's like people putting these paste bins for the strats. Like, shut up, man. Just let me. Like, it is a 24. It is a 24-man chaotic. Please do not take it as seriously as progging an EX or an ultimate. Like, this is try hard for fun. Like, this is what this is. Like, it's really hard though. Like, it's actually. I
feel definitely way more near a savage than an extreme.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, correct. Exactly. It is closer to savage than it is extreme, and that's so funny. It's so like, Vera, if we do our tier list again, this is funny and good, bro. It's so funny. There is a I don't want to spoil it too bad, but there's one mechanic that I'll mention here where, especially because in the chaotic, you're getting a lot of people who've never done certain strats before ever in the game, because why would you? Because the game doesn't teach you how to play, right? Yep. So, I forget what the actual, because there's a name for the, it's the mechanic where you it's a line soak, but the tank has to be in front.
Wild charge.
I know what you mean.
And that's a savage mechanic. It doesn't show up anywhere else. I think it shows up in an EX or two, but it's mainly a savage mechanic. Watching people prog that is so funny, because you just go tanks in front, and they're like, okay, and then you have the healer go, what? And then
they explode.
And they explode. Or the tank like doesn't make it in time. So it's like, it's just very funny. And then the other mechanic is when you are doing when you get past like the first phase, they do, World of Darkness puts up those little like arenas where you have to kill that one portal.
Yep.
She does that again, but now it's like a cracked out version of that, where it's like she splits the area in two. So one alliance goes to one soak, one alliance goes to the other. while doing that. So A and C are all fucking off on these ads. B is in the middle, basically playing Fall Guys. Like they have to they have to basically
people, just fall.
They just fall. So they're just like having to walk, and there's also a timer, I think. So you have to like walk and rotate to be like, okay, go. Like it's so funny, bro. It's so funny, but it's good. It's really good.
Yeah,
I think all of the content, literally, like, bro, all of the Dawntrail content, I think is probably, in my opinion, some of the best content in the game. Like the raids are fire. The Alliance raid is fire. Like it's all the worst one is probably the dungeon. The dungeon kind of sucks. But other than that, like it's all good.
I think I was a bit let down by EX3.
Oh, you see, I haven't heard anything bad about EX3. So is that tough? Is it tough?
It's just
it's boring.
I think I adored the original fight right at the end of Dawntrail, and so my expectations for EX3 were very high, and it didn't quite meet up to them.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
The biggest thing is that you know the absolute authority mechanic in the regular fight, and how much of an absolute fucking crazy clusterfuck it is.
Yeah, it's so funny.
That mechanic in the extreme gets it gets effortlessly cheesed. Completely effortlessly cheesed. It's like you do not have to think about it at all. And it's kind of a shame.
It's easier, you would think?
Oh, far easier.
Oh, that
sucks.
Far
Far easier.
That sucks. That sucks. I really like that fight. It's probably my second favorite fight of the three. Because I think fighting Galuja is really good. That fight is crazy.
Yeah, I love Everkeep. That fight is really cool.
Everkeep is crazy.
EX1 though bangs. I love EX1.
I need to play it. I need to do it tomorrow, today, right now.
You definitely should play it if you're a tank.
That's what everyone has said it. Everyone has said, bro, how have you not played this yet? It's the best tank fight. I said, huh?
Yeah, it's got some really cool things for tanks.
I said, I get to play the game?
You get to truly feel like a tank.
Yes.
Like that mechanic, I think is one of the coolest thematic mechanics in the game.
That's great. Yeah.
Well, that's generally it for like very specific topics for the year. I'm sure we're gonna have a similar-ish discussion on like the actual Japan Time episode with more people chiming in on things. Trying to think what. Oh, so if you're listening to this, the China Time episode, because it's gonna go up everywhere. I mentioned before, we talked about cards a little bit at the start, that the actual card contest, we announced that we're going to do it. So you submit arts and submit cards and all this stuff. We're still ironing out those kind of things and trying to plan out when we want to do it. So the current thought is probably like end of January, and with the episode for it being either March or February where we go over it. So there's time. If you have more to add to that, Oz.
Not really. Me and Warchamp are just working on getting that site up so that people can contribute to their heart's content. But no, just give us after the holidays to kind of finally get back to it, you know.
Trying to think anything else to ask you. I mean, you did chime in a little bit in some parts, but thank you for being here.
It was fun being here either way, yeah. I gotta play more games.
I mean, there's...
To run a business is a time-consuming endeavor, I imagine.
Yeah.
I just live vicariously through y'all and how y'all feel about games.
I did do on my stream top 10 Pokemon games of all time, and people were heated.
What did you put at the top?
What do you think I did?
Yeah, I think it'd either be, I don't know, because you asked us our opinions on them. So the two you asked, what was it? It was Black White 2 or Heart Gold Soul Silver?
Yeah, I was just curious. Because basically what we did is that Shofu and I listed a bunch of games that we think might be top 10, and then we basically just eliminated stuff from there.
That's a pretty interesting way to go about it. I think that works pretty well. What do I think would be your... That's kind of hard. I mean,
Uh,
maybe Heart Gold,
well-
Soul Silver. Maybe.
Number 10 was X and Y. 9 is Stadium 2. 8 is Pinball, Ruby Sapphire. 7 is Go. PLA is 6. Emerald. Then PMD 1. Platinum, Black White 2. Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Okay.
Hmm.
Even the spin-offs on there, because
Yeah.
and then I would get a hella bias. Very quick.
So does that just like eliminate sort of, you know, ones like kind of equivalent-ish ones of the generation? So like you only have Black and White 2 on there, but there's no Black and White 1.
We had a conversation about whether Black and White 2 and Black and White 1 should be one game. My argument was, if given the choice between Black and White and Black and White 2, most people would pick Black and White 2 because it's just Black and White 1 but better.
I feel like that's the same with like Sun and Moon and the Ultra Sun and Moon.
I that's exactly what we said.
Yeah, because like
See,
Ultra Sun and
I'm
Moon,
actually one
if
of those.
those dropped as a game, those would have been much better. But it's much worse because the start of it is just Sun and Moon again.
I'm one of the few people that prefers Black and White 1 over 2.
I'm not mad at that. I do think they're different, but I think I was just saying, what do most people
Most
think?
people, yeah.
Yeah.
Because for me, I value the main game more than the post game, especially like
Yeah.
now. I feel like when I go through a Pokemon game, once I'm through the main game, like unless I feel the drive to complete the Pokedex, I'm just kind of done with it.
Yeah.
So for me, I prefer Black and White 1's main game. 1, it's less handholdy at the start. 2, I just kind of like that it's a region full of only new Pokemon.
Yeah. That's fire.
And I kind of prefer how the characters of Black and White 1 are handled versus 2.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. All right.
I think.
I think we're
Yeah, probably wrap it up there.
yeah. I
This
think we're
Chinatown episode.
pretty much done. I always think it's quite funny that these episodes are among just kind of the most chill. Obviously, it makes sense because there's not too many of us here.
Hmm.
But it's just like the name of the episode kind of
It-
implies that there'd be a bit more chaotic, but
Yeah.
And
chaotic
the intro?
offshoot, but it's not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it still has. Still uses that intro. It didn't get updated for the 2024 one we have, but it's still the Chinatown intro.
No, I don't think you're ever allowed to update that. I think it
Yeah,
has to stay.
honestly, I think maybe it should just be.
I think it has to
that
stay.
same one.
Yeah.
I mean, between that intro and Tito saying that he didn't really rate Black Myth Wukong, we're not getting in China anytime soon, man.
Yeah. So I'm good.
Yeah, that trip to see the Great Wall is gonna be like on 50.
Look, bro. It's an okay wall.
It's
not even
his
that
history.
It's not even that good. Like that wall's alright.
All right, but as per usual, thanks for coming through, and here's to an even better 2025. Take care and enjoy your rest of the night, everybody.